Hey everyone, Grumplecorn here. After a couple of weeks of playing nothing but Assassinate, I've finally gotten back
Your
into Wanted.
objective is to assassinate
This is a
assigned
game
targets.
on the new map,
Avoid other
which
Templars.
I and most people don't really like, but which has one useful property, which managed to get me a flawless win in this particular instance, using nothing but poison and disguise. I spawned a little late, which is why it's already down to 9 minutes. That bug where it doesn't let you play for the first few seconds after you've selected your profile seems to occur much more often these days. All I'm doing at the moment is running around, failing to free run, trying to find this footpad, which ends up taking me ages because I just can't find him. So yeah, I like Alhambra from a visual perspective. It does look very nice, and the idea of having a big map is good, but in practice it's a roof runner's haven that takes you half an hour to get to your target every time you get a new target, so it's a bit of a pain to actually play. I just spotted that thief is after me anyway, so this is where the proper gameplay begins. This is basically how I avoid all my pursuers on this map, in this game. I just run off the roof. In this instance I get caught on an NPC on that bench as I disguise, and since my pursuers turned up I figure I'll just keep running in this spot and hope they think I'm a bugged NPC. Uh, and I don't know exactly what happened or why I got away with it, but I did and I got the stun, so I'm happy enough with that. So now I have to go back to trying to find this footpad. So this is quite a complicated map on the lower levels. It's very multi-layered, there's corridors everywhere, and it is very big. So it's pretty easy to get lost in. I still don't know my way around it properly, which is one of the reasons I tend to stick to the roofs. But the advantage of that is that if you are running around on the roof, and you do run into a pursuer, all you have to do is find the nearest edge, drop off it, keep dropping down until you're in a corridor, hit the skies, and they won't be able to find you. And by the time they do catch up with you, you'll already be disguised and they won't know which one is you. And it actually works quite effectively. I'm just trying to catch up with this footpad at the moment now. He's being annoying, so I'm just going to cut him off over here and try to poison him, which somehow works. So he's finally going to die, which is nice. He really annoyed me. I spawned late anyway, and then I get a target who I just can't find. Very annoying. But the fact that I'm in fourth when 3 minutes of the game were already gone, no doubt contributed to the fact that I got 0 deaths in this game. Oh, an army of harlequins. That's nice. Somebody using morph. After a thief now who's wandering around in that same courtyard. There she is, running down there, so I'm going to try to cut her off over here. And she's dead. I have a pursuer, he should be catching up to me sometime soon. And I hear whispers, so I sit down on this bench. I have Blender at the moment in this profile in this game. Since this game I've started using Wall Runner instead of Blender in all my profiles. But I'll go into that more in my next video. I love those wall kills, the way you can just smack someone down. I run up to this guy just because I know he's not a pursuer, to get him to throw smoke, just to annoy him basically, because I think that's funny. And then I walk the dinosaur in case he's watching, just to annoy him even more. And then back to trying to find my target. So here's this morph using harlequin. He's in a group with one other copy of him. I do what I always do in these situations, I just run in and kill one of them. I don't have time to stand around screening or trying to figure out who's who or observing closely. I just go in there and kill one of them. And since I killed his clone, he immediately died afterwards. It's not very good because it gives somebody else points, but it's pretty funny for me. So I have 2 pursuers, and at least one of them is nearby because I can hear whispers, but I don't know where they are, so I'm just going to get a quick kill. But somebody else was quicker on that kill. That pariah is obviously after me. I run towards him as if I'm going to use smoke or charge or something on him, but then duck away at the last second. And as I say, just run for a bit, drop down into a corridor, use disguise. As it turns out, I was running straight towards another pursuer, but he doesn't know it's me because I'm disguised. I could have gone for a stun, but since my target is right there, I just go for poison instead. And managed to get a double escape, followed by a poison kill. Which quickly pushes me up into first. And I even get greater variety on that kill, I think. Because there's so much happening at once. So, a lot of luck there that I happen to run into another pursuer just after I use disguise, but I have done this since. I had another game in Alhambra where I tried just ducking into corridors and using disguise every time I had pursuers after me, and it actually worked, so it is definitely a plus point of this map, is that you can play the evasive game quite well in it. Harlequin back there in the courtyard is after me, so I go through the chase breaker. Another fun use of disguise coming up. I sit on the bench, wait a second, and then use disguise, knowing that he's going to be following me. Because I have Blender, the other guy on the bench turned into me, so he now thinks he's got me. He thinks I'm being stupid and just sitting randomly on the bench. And I managed to get a simultaneous lure and stun, which can only really happen if the game lags a bit. And again, I get lucky and my target comes around the corner, and I get an easy kill on them, and get my streak bonus. So everything's going pretty well so far. 2 pursuers, so I'm going to hang around here for a second and see if I can figure out who it is. But I'm not sure, so I just start running after this Harlequin. Straight back up onto the roof again. Unless I'm trying to avoid pursuers, I stay away from the corridors because I don't know my way around them. And it's an awful pain if you find that your target's actually above you when you're in the corridors, because then you have to find a way up, which is much harder than finding a way down. So I lost that contract, and there's that pariah again. So I'm going to try the same thing again. Doesn't work straight away. I actually end up on another roof, but I just jump down here and try to break line of sight and use disguise. Now I'm hoping that at this point my pursuer is going to come running around the corner so I can stun them, but actually, even though I have 3 pursuers, nothing much happens. I think that footpad's after me, so I'm going to try to stun him, but nothing happens because he's an NPC. And disguise wears off, so now I'm looking for a good place to hide to get out of here, and there's a clone of me in this group, so I pop in here. And there's a pursuer, so I get another simultaneous lure and stun, and he gets killed, which is nice. I'm down to 1 pursuer, so I'm going to try to kill this Harlequin again. And somebody else gets there first again. So now I'm after the priest. And another lucky kill that involves my target coming to me. That's twice he's done that now. It's very good of him and of the targets in this game in general that they keep, if they don't just die straight away, they come to me. It's quite handy. Who's after me? I'm gonna guess that it's that smuggler. I think what I planned to do was duck down into that blend group and use disguise, but I rolled out of it, so I just kept on running. And I think at this point I'm a bit panicked and I forget I even have disguise, so I just keep on running. But fortunately one of her pursuers gets her. It's another advantage of running around leading people on chases and stuff, is that while they're trying to find you, they'll probably behave in a very obvious fashion and get themselves killed. I know I do that all the time when I'm trying to find somebody who's difficult to find. So yeah, I mean, using disguise and running away and running around like this, you're probably going to balance your evasions of your pursuers between stuns, lures and escapes, as opposed to when you play defensively when it's primarily going to be stuns. Another problem you can run into in Alhambra is the one I just ran into with this mercenary, where your target is at the opposite end of the map, but they can see you and it's very difficult to kind of sneak up on them. But now I have 2 pursuers chasing me, and my 3rd pursuer is actually up above that lift, so I'm just going to run madly away now anyway. Luckily there's a chase breaker right there, so I just run through. To be absolutely certain, I go into a blend group and I use disguise, but neither of them even get close to me, so there's no problem. At this point I'm pretty sure I'm dead, because that thief runs right up to me, smokes me, and then runs away, and that usually means you're going to die from poison, but as it turns out I didn't. I'm not quite sure what happens here. I'm pretty sure that Harlequin's after me, because he jumps down and it says your pursuer's killed a civilian. Then the pariah jumps down after him, and after climbing all the way up here, I jump back down to kill the pariah. So I think I just got exceptionally lucky avoiding that Harlequin. I'm pretty sure if I wasn't for that smoke bomb I'd be dead.
30 seconds remaining.
So celebratory dance for having survived that little run in. Only 20 seconds to go. I've got no pursuers, so I'll probably survive to the end. Do hear whispers. I'm going to start running. One last kill would be nice, and this thief, like all my other targets, steps out in front of me so I can just kill them and get 1 last streak bonus. And now I go straight for the lift because I don't want to die in the last few seconds. I just pop disguise for the hell of it. A little bit more of a celebratory dance, and that's that. At this point I actually thought I had died once. I remember dying at the beginning of a game in Alhambra. As it turns out, it wasn't this game. So when the score sheet comes up, I find I have 0 deaths, which is a very pleasant surprise. Not an exceptional score, because I spent so much time wandering around trying to find targets, and a low scoring game for everyone else, presumably partially because I spent so much time running around leading them on pointless chases. But my first and thus far only flawless wanted, so figured out how to upload it. And that's that. See you next time.